And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved. Working on the missile setup system, picking up right where we left off last episode. Just so we can get this going. We want 2 of these. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these. Now that I did that, we're going to want refinery controllers offset from one another, because these are sort of right next to one another, so I'm going to need to dial this one back one more. Just like that. So let's put a half hopper there. And a half hopper here, because the vats, let's see, where's a good spot for those. So there's the vat, and just build the one vat. You don't want to build all of them all at once, because the controllers won't see them. So we're gonna build the one vat on each side, and then we're gonna add the controller onto that. And that should see that vat. Oh. And that one. Okay, so there's the 2. And now we're going to want... Actually, let's bring those up 1. So 1 there. And then 1 up there. Just because that would work better with how we're going to do the supply. Okay, so now that we have the vats and the controllers in, we can build the rest of these. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is a lot of vats. Oh, nice. Thank you, jetpack. Okay, jetpack off. Now this last one you want to do one at a time. So 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that should show that this is 4 reactor vats and this is still 1. So now we can do it to the other side. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now they're both 4. So with those ready to go, we need some more hoppers. So we're going to do half, 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 and half. And these are all going to be remove only. I didn't actually set those. I jumped right into this episode. I didn't actually set any of the permissions on that huge hopper wall over there. Because I wanted to get this done. I wanted to do it as soon as possible. So here is the add only hopper for each side. And now this, we're going to need at least one of these to deliver some fuel out here. And that's going to be tricky. That's going to be really tricky because kind of out of space here. Can we dig down here? I could use the underneath here. So I'm going to take these 2 out. I'm going to put them down here like that. That should still work. Let me check the other side. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight, but it should work. So let's set this up here. First, let's do this side. So this is set. This needs to go in there and up and in there. So that fills that out. Now I can't put a conveyor right here because it would pull from this hopper. So I need to actually cover those up so I don't accidentally do it. And then this one can come out and then up This one's going to come up. These are both going to come up and then in. It's like so. And that frees this side up to go over to this one over there. So I need, that actually is the perfect height as well. That's awesome. Okay, so this will be a hopper up on top. And we're going to need some tubes coming out. So this is going to be the remove only hopper. And the add only hopper, I can do an add only hopper here. And this one is where the empties are going to be, but we don't really care about empties right now. So I think what we're going to do is instead we're going to make a void hopper, and we should just void all that stuff out. These things are not cheap. These void hoppers are not cheap. So I don't use them very often. But in this case, this is one of the first instances of using it just to void something. And we're going to do an add only here. We're not going to set the feed hive. I don't really want this thing feeding a hive. We could. It's a little bit better of a hive feeder than we've got before. Now we need power over here. So we're going to need a little bit of power for these vats. Actually, quite a lot of power. So we're going to do a couple of batteries, and we're going to need power on each one of these. And let's see, how does that line up? Right there, that lines up. So we're going to have this one power that one, and this one power that one. Now, is that enough? I don't know. We're gonna put the lenses in there just to make sure, because this setup I do not want to slow down. The fuel, all this stuff is pretty vitally important. Now to distribute the fuel that's going to come off of there, we're going to combine these two lines, and we're going to share the fuel that comes out. So we need a few more tubes. I could use conveyors, but you know, I use tubes. I don't know why. Crafting. I'm going to need some more hardened machine blocks here soon. All right. We are getting pretty tall. So let's build this up. Actually, no, I need to set these permissions first. So really quick, we're going to set these to remove only. And then I can pile on top what I need. Same with these. These are going to have to be, well, these are going to be all remove only pretty much all along here. And I know I said I was going to do this off camera, but I forgot. I was too excited to get everything started on missiles. And once we have missiles going, we can basically research, you know, get resin, do whatever we need to do, and we not have to worry about how much threat we have, because this setup will essentially obliterate any bosses that may come our way. So these are all set to remove only. I just need to set these quickly to add only. I hope I haven't missed any of them. I think I set these already on the imbuers, and if I really wanted to set, I think I have one armor piercer that I can just place there for now to get it out of my inventory. So this is where the fuel is going to come in, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of space above. And this is where, these here are where we need the gold wire, no, these are the copper pipe in here. So these are all remove only, these are all add only, so let's build this up here. Okay, now we're going to need some hopper action. Oh, I am out of half storage hoppers. That's crazy. Storage. Craft a few more of these. Okay, so the half storage hopper, we're going to slap right in the middle on this side and this side. So we need to then move the material, and I think I'm going to use conveyors for this, because these are not going to be needing to craft too terribly fast. Okay, so now we need a couple more spaces, and these are going to be the copper tubes, so they're going to be coming up right here. Oh, this is going to be kind of tricky. Where are they going to come up? We could sneak them up. We could sneak them up. Oh, pretty much right here is the only spot we could bring them up. So right in here. So if I clear that out. Oh, look at that. It's right above that hopper. How about that luck? Okay, so with that, we're going to be able to bring them up right in here. And so I'm going to clear, let's see, this line right here. Oh my goodness, stop doing, oh, it's so tight in here. Okay, right there. I'm going to use tubes for the main supply. So this is going to come out right like that. Oh, the jetpack just launches you. Okay, so this one is, we're going to come up right here. Oh, and then we run into this hopper right away. And then we run into that hopper and that hopper, so that's actually not ideal at all. I didn't even realize there was a hopper right there until just then. So we're going to need to actually come out and come up essentially right here. That will give us the best space. So if this is going to be our way up. Oh, really, jetpack? If we come up right here, I'll be able to push right into the front of that. So we need to readjust this. Instead of using the back to supply, we're going to use the front to supply. That way we can use the back to go down into this hopper here. Like that. And then this outside one, this will be is that right? Yep. So this comes down like so. And the front of this is where we are going to feed it. So I want a couple blocks out like so. And we're going to build that straight up. That goes in. Okay, so there is the copper pipe. These are all set, right? These are all set. These are all set. These are all set. These are set. These are set. Okay, so now it is time for the fuel. And whoosh again. And because of how this is set up, I know I'm going to be feeding into the front here. So that is a given. So we're going to squeeze all of these in here. Okay, the next one, how do I have this one set up? Okay, so we're going to come across the top for this outside here. And then this inside is going to be where we're going to dig, we're going to kind of drill into the inside. So this one comes out, comes in, and then we need 1, 2 there. Okay, so that's supplied there. Now let's feed this beast here all of the fuel that it could possibly ever want. So here, and then whoa, and then we're gonna come, these are add, this is add, and in and in. That should be plenty of production for this little missile system. It's a pretty compact, looks like it's pretty compact, a nice little 2-story system where we are feeding it, we're able to feed it fuel right from the system, which is interesting because, you know, if it doesn't immediately feed this, or if this runs out, this whole setup will stop, and because it stops, it's not going to be using any materials, using any fuel, so then it will send fuel back again, and it'll probably send enough to get this going again. Now, the only problem is, right now, there is no way of seeding this with fuel. This right here is, it doesn't have any fuel. So we need to actually get this going. Did I not hook this up? I didn't hook this up yet. So do we come across? Yeah, we come up right here. So we're going to build that and start that process. And we need to start the gold. So I need to bring this up. Up like that. We're gonna go up one more, and then in. Bring it in. And down. Like so. Okay, that starts that. Now we need copper to come up and in. And we are right about there. So we need copper to go in right there. And let's see, right? Line it up, push it in. Okay, copper's on its way. Getting piped, getting stretched and piped. Gold wire is on its way. The system is feeding now all the containers, and now I need to hook up biomass. So let's get biomass going. That should go loop around, come up, and go in. I'm anxious to see this kickstart here. So I want to get as much of this going as possible. And to kind of see this, let's just grab one fuel to kickstart this process. So I'm going to grab that high energy composite fuel and make sure this void hopper actually voids the remaining part of it, because I'm not sure if it will or not. So instead of the void hopper, we're going to have the high energy composite fuel. We're going to start this up. This will kickstart this generator, which should kickstart all of this, hopefully sending some power. Where are our copper tubes? Why aren't our copper tubes coming up? Oh, I never actually sent them up. Okay. Derp. And jetpack. And then up. And then... Oh. There it is. Clear out some of this miscellaneous wood here. So there is the copper tubes on their way, and they're actually... Oh, let's not stand in front of the jet wash. Let's go out a little ways. So this is getting power. These are all set up and ready to go. We're sending power to the refineries, which is excellent. It's what we want. Now, are we getting any... This is almost out of... This is out of fuel. That's not good. We didn't nearly push enough fuel into this system. So I'm going to grab another one. And we're going to kickstart this again. Let's just grab 2 so it maxes out on fuel. And that way it's good to go. So this... Yeah, this item deleted 3. That's good. That's what we want. And these things should be producing fuel. So what is the holdup? Why? Oh, there it is right there. Wait, what? Wait, that was wrong. That goes there, that goes there. Okay. So it was good, it just... Okay, so that's the right one. I'm gonna make sure I didn't put any nasties in this hopper. So that's all canisters, that's all canisters. Okay, so that is power. And it's making fuel. So what did this just... Oh, this is... Oh my god, this is making plastic. I didn't set... That is a huge derp on my part. Holy crap. Okay. High energy composite fuel. High energy composite fuel. Thank you very much. I hate how it defaults to plastic. I really hate how it defaults to plastic. So this is add only. This is add only. I need to gather all the plastic that I can out of here. Okay, and now this side, I'm gonna gather all of that. And there's probably some in there. And we've got actually our first missiles, our plasma imbued missiles already in the system. And we're gonna need them. So this should... Yeah, this should start really moving. Okay, our fuel is actually full. Oh, yeah, we have plastic in here. So let's gather the plastic. There it is. Cannot believe I forgot to set those off of plastic. That's a huge derp on my part. I cannot believe that. But we should be up and running now. So we've got the gold wire, we have the copper pipe, and then we have the fuel going in, and the fuel is slowly working its way in. Not a whole lot of fuel by way of, you know, this one is keeping up with it. And ooh, yeah, there's a good amount of fuel. But this system is sort of set up. And once these fill up, I kind of want the whole system to backlog before I build the missile launch platforms, because I want to make sure that we're able to run it efficiently. So we are at 1600 threat, which is, I think, it's just enough for bosses. Might be just shy of boss, or not bosses, but heavies. So this system up here is just raring to go. And yes, it's deleted 5 fuel canisters, and that will climb. I'm not 100% worried about that. And this thing is revving back up, 1600 power. This is still an empty battery, so I'm not sure how much power these things are taking, but wow, that is impressive. It's maxed out now, and this is just just barely charging. So that's good. It's a little net gain. We're very efficient with our power use then. And we are creating plasma missiles like crazy. So that's good. I like that. You know, I did mod these, so it uses a little less power and it crafts them a little faster. So in your game, it might be different. You know, I could seed this system with like 200 fuel, and it would go gangbusters. But are 2 of these enough to keep up? Because usually I have a lot more. I have a lot more refineries pushing fuel for my missile setup, but I usually have double the missile setup. I usually have 2 of these platforms going for missiles. All right, well, that'll do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.